Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking in. I am Nke God and I represent the Gym Network. Thank you and God bless you. Please, if you have not subscribed, help me click on that red subscription button and be part of this family. And also, at the end of every video you watch on this channel, if you like them, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and your suggestions and your comments at the comment section, and please bless you. All right, let's talk about the Reporters Ministry. Have you heard of the Reporters Ministry before, or do you even belong to the Reporters Ministry? Yes, there are persons that have not gone to school to study journalism, or what do you call it? Mass communication. They didn't study it, but they are naturally talented to do all of those. Now, my issue with those people, so these persons have not gone to the school to study, of course. I always believe that when you have a talent or a gift, you do better, much more better than those ones who have to acquire this skill from the school, for instance. But if you have the gift, you have the talent, and you also decide to add a little brush up here and there, the sky will be your starting point. I don't know why English people use that, but anyway. But you have to start from somewhere before you go to the sky, if you understand what I mean. So there are people that are belonging to this Reporters Ministry, and what they report tend to destroy their life also, or they tend to use their reporting ministry to also affect their lives. And somebody will say, so okay God, where are you headed to? Just be calm and follow me, and you will know where I'm headed for. I have seen children growing up, any little misunderstanding they have with their fellow kids, and such children grow up like that until they become adults, and this thing become part and parcel of them. Yes, I know somebody will say, but it is part and parcel of children. It is not part and parcel of them. They got to learn, they learn that those acts while they are growing up. While children are growing up, they pick up a lot of characters. It is you as the guardian or the parents that will have to, that's why the children are under you for nurturing, have to, beat them up. I didn't mean when I say beat them up, as in through training, to drop those ones that are not good and focus on the ones that are okay. So when some people grow up, they see it as part of their life and they tend to use it for the wrong reasons. Okay, let me not go into the other part. I am concentrating on the part that is of interest to us when it has to do with family life. Husband and wife. Yes. Where I'm headed for is spouse reporting their spouse to the family, relatives, friends, or siblings of their spouse. Husbands reporting their wives to the family of the wives, the siblings, or the relatives, or the friends of the wives. And wives doing the same. I have seen where this thing destroy marriages and homes. Honestly. And I don't think it is something that we should keep on doing. The truth is, in every relationship, there is always sentiment. If your wife have done something that you don't like, and you feel you can't talk to her, your husband have done something that you don't like, and you feel you can't talk to him, the only persons you can talk to, the only persons you can speak to is reporting him to his family. Either the mother, the father, the sibling, or I tell you what, the more you do that, the more you are bringing your marriage to be a public thing. You see that thing they tell you that in marriage, it is you and your spouse. The next person in that marriage is God, who instituted marriage. It is very, very true. Take for instance that you as a woman, everything your husband does, you report him to the family. Come, at a stage the family will be weary. Each time your call is coming, they say, hey, what is the problem again? What has Augustine done now? This woman, is it that she wasn't ready for this marriage before she entered into it? Every now and then, she's reporting him. She too, is it that she doesn't have fault? You are not there. So you wouldn't hear everything they have said before the person will decide to pick your call and say, hey, hello, Mary, how now? You don't know. If you are also fond of reporting your husband to your own family, me as a wife now, reporting my husband to my family, because maybe you feel that his family is siding him. That is what some women would say, and that is also what some men would say. Yes, remember I said that relationship, there is sentiment. If you keep reporting my brother to me as my brother's wife, honestly speaking, there is a stage it will get to, and I'm like, I grew up with this my brother. To a certain extent, I know what he will do, what he cannot do. Would do most times when marriage happens. You see the reality of some of these persons, but the reality will not still be far from what you saw while people are growing up. It is not totally going to be different. You understand? I will get to a stage I will be weary, and I will begin to check and balance what that wife is telling me. I will begin to check and balance what that husband is also telling me. For instance, you report your husband to your family as a wife. Do you know what you are doing? You are bringing down your husband down. That is the truth of the matter. Any little respect or any esteem they have for your husband is on the ground. If you don't know, now I'm telling you, because I have seen it with my poro eyes. Something happened to a woman, her husband did something so terrible to her. Even we never believed that such a thing would happen. But when she came to town and she was discussing with us, she broke down, she was crying. And I felt her pain. And I was like, so what are you going to do? He said, I can't tell this thing to my family. Why? Because my family will disrespect him. He will lose his respect and regard. That touched me. That dropped an information to me. That even though she is pained, and any other person that listens to what this man has done would want to support her to take any drastic action. But she made that statement. And it was like they poured cold water on me. And I'm like, what a reasonable woman. If you are a man, because there are men also that are, this reporting ministry, they are the founders. But I have seen it. As you are doing and he's talking to you, you're not hearing him. I'm talking now, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear. I'll just call your father. You know now, you know how it used to be. He has started dialing. Hello? Daddy? Hey, it's your daughter. I'll say, let me. Excuse me. The man will like, what kind of a man did I hand my daughter over to? See, every home is the way you make it to be. I said it over and over again. Marriage is hard work. Do you think that the people you are reporting your husband to, they don't also have their issues? Do you think the people you are reporting your wife to, they don't also have their issues? Whether they are your parents or relatives, they have their issues. Do they get to report to you? Okay, maybe you will say yes, they used to report to you, and that is the reason you are also, when they report to you, you also give them counsel. Now it is your turn to report. She is compulsory, she dodoni, cookie she to lassie. Oh, by force. No one have one gay walk where. It is not by force. Yes, the person is talking to you because the person trusts you so much. Maybe the person have seen that you have not been biased in settling their differences. That doesn't mean that when you also have issue, you should take it to them. Most especially when your siblings are not even married. You table your wife before them. You table your husband before them. See, what are you teaching them actually? You are teaching them how to dissect and destroy their spouse before you or before their unmarried friend by the time they get married. What kind of advice do you expect from somebody that is not in the marriage institution? What? I am not also denying the fact that there are people who are unmarried, but they can actually give you good advice. But every advice they give you is limited. Makana, he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches the most. When you see unmarried pastors, unmarried ministers, because of the virtue of their position, counseling married people, the gravity of what they want them to do, even they themselves that are not married wouldn't do it by the time they get married. Because they are not wearing that shoes at that point in time. When the woman is complaining, the man is not always coming home on time, he doesn't bring money for food, and the man is complaining that the woman leaves the children anyhow, this, that. The unmarried pastor or married minister will like, but why will a woman be behaving like that? Why will a man even be behaving like that? Cherekwe, until you enter. When you enter, you will now understand that, there is more to this. So now what am I trying to say? If you must report, because it depends on what you have decided for yourself even before you got married. Yes, because every individual is a product of what they have planned before they get into either a business or an association. If in your own case, because from what you have seen, you say, so in marriage I'm going to be kicking my wife anyhow, I'm going to be knocking my husband, everybody, our area people will hear. So women will say, you see this thing they do, your children are going to scatter you before them. Ooh, they will not have respect for you. Bele, sorry, Ndo. Because as you are visiting your spouse, your husband before the children, you are visiting your wife, because there are people like this. Those children will neither have respect or regard for you, nor for your husband. That is the truth of the matter. Remember that these children will grow and they will all fly away. It will still remain you and this man. It will remain you and this woman. And reality will come on you. What you have used your mouth to do. If you feel that you must report to your husband, you feel you must report to your wife, why don't you go to a minister? It must not necessarily be a pastor in your church, because there are some pastors also that their own is more worse than what your relatives will do. If you are sure of that pastor, that he is a pastor indeed, because it is not everybody that carries Bible that is a minister. So many people hide under that collar, whereas they are not born again. So if you know a minister that you are sure of, that each of you respect, and that this thing is so heavy, take it to the person. If you must report, that is the only advice I can give. It is better you report yourself to a neutral person than to report yourself within the family. Everybody sees you with this kind of you see them, they don't wear clothes, then they walk out come out now. You don't even know. Maybe they don't fight, break their mouth inside. As they are talking, you hey mama Edith, how is another they go, wonderful couple, yeah, hey. As on our waka pass, they do. People wait. Just wait. 2 days after now, you go here again. Is that the kind of life you want? So please, couples and soon-to-be couples, if you're a single person, you're a single man, you're a single woman, please make up your mind. What do you want? You see marriages that are good, you see homes that are very lovely. It is hard work. They have issues, but the both of them have made up their mind that even a neutral person self, we don't want them to know about our issues. We can handle ourselves. A man you cannot submit to, don't marry. I'm talking to you now if you are single. Because if you decide to marry a fool, gosh, if you marry a fool, it is because you have already made up your mind that you're going to submit to the leadership of a fool. Because that choice is yours. Hey, you will not enter inside again and begin to say, I didn't know you're like that. Ashi, you know. You were aware. But because you keep telling yourself, no, I can handle it. It's because we are not married. You keep making excuses for her. Keep making excuses for him. Marriageisreality.com. So please, Reporters Ministry, can you disengage yourself from that particular ministry? Because it does not pay. Your home is your home. Make it a healthy place for the both of you and the children that are inside this marriage or that will come. And God bless you. Receive sense, receive grace, receive wisdom to make your home a beautiful place.